Well, looks like as soon as you come in here, you get greeted. So, first time coming in, Misa is trying to help us out with preparations, tell us how to do everything. It'll be interesting. I've done this once before and I got carried by a friend. We'll see how it goes. But look at there, we got a soundtrack unlocked. That's progress. Okay, so as we start this out, we are going to run this with some pretty basic gear. I have actually set up my bank tab here. I probably should have done that on camera, but was watching one of these YouTube guys. Now he's using the trident. I don't have the trident yet. We're going to see if it's doable with the warp scepter. He had this Book of the Dead in there. I don't even know why that's in there, but I don't know. I guess we're going to use it. I probably should finish watching the whole video to figure out what the heck he was doing. So we're gonna run all this gear and we'll just start working through this, man. I've done this one other time, and like I said, I got carried through that and didn't really pay attention. So now we get to figure out how to do this solo, of all things, with worse gear. So wish me luck, bro. Here we go. First room. Don't know what we're doing here, but let's run in here. I know we grab a water container. And then I think we just try to come up here and don't get hit by the green stuff on the floor. And it seems like that's literally... Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3... Okay, can we just run that? Oh, there's green stuff on the floor, dude. It doesn't just not go there. Oh, but see, look. Now what do we do? Check the water. How do we do this? That's nothing interesting. How the frick am I supposed to know where this goes? Oh, we taking damage here now. Well, frick this, bro. We're just gonna go. Alright, so how the heck are we supposed to know where to water at? Like, can we see it? I don't fill from waterfall. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's wait for this thing. Kind of makes me think of, yeah, let's just go. Fill from waterfall. Alright, that's what we did. There we go. That was a clean run. Alright, so then we just go over here and water the palm tree. There we go. Oh, kill the alligator thingies. This is where we're going to find out how good this stuff actually is with the warp scepter. I didn't even think to check my charges on this warp scepter. That would have probably been a good idea. Let's see here. We can check what we're doing. Those 2,000. We good, bro. We good. Alright, so now can we just go back over here again to the same one? Let's go for it. We're just going for it. Oh no, there's one. Fill from the waterfall. Alright, run again. Oh, it's gonna come after us. Bro, how fast are we? Oh, we did it, bro. We did it. Come on. Oh, get this fricker away. Get away from this waterfall, dude. Or from this thing. Okay, that was it? Okay. Easy. 2 minutes and 8, boys. Look at that. I'm like practically pro level. Come at me, bro. Alright, next. I should probably watch a video on this step now. Be right back. Alright, we're going in. We're going all range on this thing. Let's get range pot up. Probably should have healed before if I was smart, because I'm wasting range pots. Yeah, let's begin this challenge. How hard can it actually be? I wonder if I could just do this with the bow, but... Alright, what's he doing here? I don't know what that is. Oh, magic. Alright. That's a rock. That's magic. That's still magic. Oh, you know what? Let's do this too. Let's throw that bad boy on. Alright. Listen, you get the ideas. Oh, range. I don't know what that is. Oh, shoot. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Is this where... Oh, dude, he's already on this phase? thought we were gonna have to do something else here. Let's not do that. All right, so this is where we're gonna come over here and push stuff in here, right? That didn't work. Yikes, that's okay, okay. 2, 3, super restore here. Sampu serum, man, because why not? Dude, I kind of just. What if we do this, bro? How much do we actually need that thing? Can we just chip away this way? I don't know, but. Oh, good lord. What is this? Okay, I know what this is. We're good. Alright, it's really not that bad having no invocations, and I don't think I need to bring the crossbow when I do this. There we go. First boss down. What is that? Chronodus. Oh, talk to Chronodus. Amaskut's hold on me is finally ended, human. Let us return to the Nexus. Wait, what if I wanted to? I don't know if I needed that stuff. Hopefully we didn't need that stuff. Okay. Okay, well, first boss down. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I had no clue what the heck I'm doing on some of these freaking puzzles here. So now I'm getting it. You got your mix and match and stuff like that. But bro, there's like you look at these, there's really nothing that tells you exactly what's going on. And the video I watched goes, just use the rune light thing, you'll be fine. And no, rune light doesn't even tell you what you're doing here. Look at that, a total of 9 minutes to figure out. Oh no, that's the total of everything I've been doing. 3.5 minutes to figure out what the heck I was doing there. So let's go freaking try and fight this boss now. I don't really know what I'm doing here neither. Wish me luck. Alright, we're grabbing the books this time. I don't know what it does. What does the scarab's tongue do? Examine. Ew, it stinks. Why would you want this? That's so stupid. Read the book. Alright, it's just like TOA, I think. We can leave that crap on the ground. Alright, let's turn this off. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's another boss down. That was a little bit more difficult. Not terrible, but I don't know. I had to figure out what I was doing there. So, on to the next boss, and I think now we can go see the ghost. So, Spirit looks without saying a word. However, as you approach, he offers you some items. So we can figure out what we want. Alright, so I don't actually know what we just did there, but we beat all the baboons. But, it wasn't very pretty, I'll tell you that. So, what happens, I guess, at the end of the day, as long as you beat the baboons, right? Woo. Rough stuff. Let's go fight this boss. Alright, so everything says Babas should be moderate. I don't know what we're doing. So, oh, that's where we're moving out of that. Okay, okay. That's easy to know. Dude, that's cool. What? It tracks you down. How does that make sense, dude? Let's go down over here. Alright, I think this is where we want to stand next to the boulder so that we can mitigate damage, right? Oh, and then he takes away the boulder. Cool beans, bro. All right. Now we gotta find the cracked one. All right, I thought this stuff was supposed to tell you where the cracked ones were at. I mean, they're not hard to find, but bro, oh no. Oh shoot. All right, where are we coming at? Oh my goodness, dude. No, I hit that. All right, dude. I need freaking food here. Okay, come on over. All right, and then back to normal. Silk dressing. Oh, move out the way of that. Woo wee, dude. Come on now. All right, let's try this again here. All right, but can we get up there in time? Yes, we can. All right. Jeez, dude. Come on now. Let's just finish them off here. Here we go. All right. Baba's down. You missed it, but Akka is down now. I did not know what the heck I was doing in that fight. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, I guess you gotta learn somehow. But now, I guess that means we're on to the final fight here. Is that right? Quick enter entry. Oh wait, no, hang on. We're going up here first. We want to get our goodies first. So what do I have in my supply thing left? I draw. I don't know. Ooh, what did I do here? Alright, so I got a couple of those. I don't know what Ambrosia does. Looks like a super boost. Prayer pot. Claim. What do we have here? Liquid adrenaline. A couple more tears. We'll choose chaos. Chaos. All right. Let's see how this final round goes. Here we go. Coming up to the boss battle here. So let us talk to Amascut. That makes sense for it being her tomb. His tomb. I don't know. Does anybody know? Yep. We're going to go ahead and start the final challenge here. And then let's run over here and start absorbing these little dots. I don't know. What are these things? Life force, maybe? And just start smacking the mess out of this little totem pole obelisk thingy. That's what it's called, obelisk. So far this has been pretty easy, this raid, man. I don't know why I held off so long thinking I was going to need a lot of stuff. Also, I don't know if I'm going to have enough HP, man. This thing's just tank. I mean, you can't tank it that much. Like, these things just freaking wreck you. Like, what the absolute heck? All right, let's move over here. Heal up a little bit. Oh, look, that worked out. Those little yellow things came down. Yeah, dude. I guess we're just going to sit here and keep smacking this thing over and over again. It's pretty easy. And oh, that was a big hit. All right. maybe we need to pray against that next time. All right, we'll figure this out. First time ever. Well, first time in a very long time, but first time soloing. We'll figure it out. All right, on to the warden stage here. So we're gonna start this thing off with magic, and this is this was really goodness where I was most worried about. Oop, need to pray, right? Using this warp scepter here on if this is gonna actually. Okay. Side note: you can't just jump across those things. But this is really where I was most worried about if this warp scepter was gonna actually be able to handle this. So, it's really not doing too terrible, to be honest with you. So now at a higher level raid, will it help? Here we go. Let's stay in the middle. Oh, it moves. Okay. At a higher level raid, will it be able to help out? I don't know. Good lord, dude, this is tough. It still does damage to you, even if you're out of its way. Okay. All right. We need to heal up here. All part of the learning process, I guess. But yeah, Warp Scepter's not terrible. It's could be better. But can't outrun that. Okay, go range. Dude, those range ones come quick, bro. I feel like a daggum squirrel here trying to just keep up with everything. Oh no, we're attacking this thing. Alright, cool. Let's melee this thing down. Let's try to do active or best buffs here. And he's back. Alright. Back to magic. Oh, nope, never mind. Just kidding. He's protecting from magic off to range. I probably like that a little bit better because now we got our Bofa that we can use for this. And this seems to be doing a lot more damage a lot quicker. So, but yeah, anyways. Here we go. I'll see you on the other side once we figure out how this thing actually works. Oh, protect. Nope. I need to, see, definitely can't cross over that. It wasn't just a misclick earlier. So, but yeah, I'm learning that there's a lot of stuff that I thought I could get away with, but I think we're just tanking damage on a lot of these big attacks here. So, either that or we're going to do a lot of research and watch a lot more videos to try to make sure we can figure out what the heck we're doing wrong. All right, like here on this one, we are just going to stay far ahead. There we go. You can protect from melee on that stuff. All right, but yeah, let's try to stay far ahead and go from there. Anyways, like I said, I'll be back in a little bit once I am past this phase. Warden down. So, on to the final phase here. This is where we take on the boss. And hopefully it's not too bad because I don't have a ton of food left. But let's not take damage right off the bat. We watched some videos on this to make sure we knew what we were doing. So it seems like it's really just right, left, center. So, like the Bofa, I think this is why one of these times I eventually want to come back here and get the full Bofa. But yeah, we'll power through this thing here real quick and just kind of get a feel for it. See if we can start optimizing damage here and keeping our health up high enough. I know one thing I was reading. Oh, here's the quick attack stuff. Should be one tick. Maybe it's not one tick. Oh my goodness, that does some damage, bro. And this is on like beginner mode. Oops, step over. Alright, well, maybe we'll try melee next time. It was supposed to be one tick from what I read. So, yeah, I don't know, man. He is pretty simple. Like, we're going to rock through this. I think what our game plan is going to be is that every time we beat this, we'll, like, take up the invocations a little bit. But I kind of want to get an idea. And basically what I've been doing is in between every single one of these, like, puzzle rooms and then boss battles, I'll actually go online and just watch how to do this stuff. Just so that way I could get there. All right, here we go. Let's try this now. With melee. There we go. Yeah, that's the one ticker right there. Ooh, and we need to be praying from the big alligator thing too. Okay. So that's easy enough to do alligator and this guy. But yeah, all that to be said, we've been watching a lot of videos in between each thing so that we can figure this out and get comfortable with everything here. So I'm feeling pretty confident. Look at this. We've been doing this battle for a minute now. And he's already down to half HP, and we're using some of the most basic freaking gear that you can imagine. So you really don't need a lot to come into TOA. One of my buddies that, or I guess one of my customers that I was chit-chatting with that found out that he played this game, he was like, yeah, dude, you can just jump into it whenever. You'll be fine. This is super easy. So for those of you guys who do not have all the best gear, who do not have the blowpipe, it is pretty simple to do. Granted, yes, I am doing this sucker right now with a BOFA, so I'm not using the most basic gear, but you still don't have everything else known to man. And then I think, what is it, Geno Monkey just released a guide on how to beat this thing with an Atlatl. I don't even have that, but I thought that was interesting. Tempted to go in and actually try to get that as well, and then try that method for like a 300 eventually. But until then, we've got to figure out what the heck we're doing here. I want to do this like all the big streamers do. We're super zoomed in. We're running. We're getting closer. Did we get a purple on our first 0 KC? No, we didn't. There's our little thing over there. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, no, we don't want to leave. Let's go over here and get our loot real quick. See what we got. Oh, dude, I'll take some blood essence. That's something that we can always use in this game. So, that's just good as a purple to me, bro. Let's get more of these blood essences. Let's run it back here again and try to do a little more invocation this time. Joke's on me. If you guys have not beaten this thing before after you beat it the first time, you can't just run it back. You got to go talk to all these guys. So we are going to go through this, I guess, and figure out how to figure out who all we have to talk to. I think we literally have to talk to everybody. Oh my goodness. Alright, if you guys have not done this yet, here's a new flash. I think what we're going to have to do is we literally have to go through each and every one of these guys' phrases, speech pattern, choices, options. And it looks like each of them, I guess, it looks like they're each going to have maybe 2 of them before you can move on. So, that's freaking awesome. Let's just waste our time here. Look at this. We're geared up and ready to go, man. I want to send it. That was probably a solid 10 minutes. I'll never get back in my life going through all that. Came over here to reset up the invocation. Still couldn't get it. Come to find out, I've got to walk all the way over here to this lady to talk to her and go through that whole speech pattern. But you guys don't need to see all that because that was a long one as well. But we are done now. We've got our lamp. So we are naturally going to throw... Oh, maybe not. This is a choice one, not Herblar. What do we want to throw this into? Either magic or ranged. Let's go ranged. I think that's going to be the better option. 50k in range. That's almost a new range level. Don't look now, but we got our next kill with just a little bit more of the invocations done. So we bumped it up just a smidge. We can bump it up even more than that. That was just as easy. And that time we did it correctly by using these salts and everything. And look at that. We're coming over to boom, baby. Look at this. I'm going off. And here we go. That is a thread of eldness, or however you say it. But that's huge. That is definitely one of the things. I didn't even put that on the honeydew list, and it probably should have been on there. But that is something that we've been wanting to get, so that way we can go ahead and bump up our rune pouch to hold 4 now. So I am freaking stoked about that. So let's see here. What do we need to do? I think we just go in here. We'll grab the rune pouch real quick. And we just wrap it around the rune pouch. Okay, nope, I want to use it on the rune pouch. Oh, need a needle. All right, let's grab the costume needle real quick. And then let's see if that's all we need. Yes. Yes, I want to go ahead and do it. Am I doing it? Oh, there we go. I did it. Boom. Look at there. We got the thread of eldness is attached. So now that should make that a divine rune pouch. Hey, you love to see it. That is a combat task at Akka. Drop the ball. It is just not dropping any of those balls, I guess, or dying. Easy enough, man. Love it. Quick bounce over to Mole because we ran out of brews, but that is KC number 10 for another combat task. And while we collect our bird's nest stuff, there's KC 25 for another combat task. So easy now that he has that elemental weakness, man. Well, it is another day, and late the other night, we ended up getting ourselves a concussion. So that limits how much screen time you get. So now that we've had a few days past, I'm allowed about 15 minutes a day. So I figured the best way to do this would just be to run around and do hunter rumors, and just got a bunch of them. And that actually is what completed our full hunter outfit there. So you'll love to see that. I figure we're eventually going to keep kind of working in here, but let's take a look here. Where is the hunter sack stuff? It's under other, maybe. I don't know. Trying to see if I can show you guys our full collection log we've got from those. I think it's pretty much everything now, just maybe not the pet. Maybe we just go up here and search this thing here. I can't think of where else it might be. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go, right at the bottom. Yeah, that is everything except for the pet now. So this might be how we pass the time with this concussion going on. Won't be able to do as much TOA as I wanted to. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are trying to get some things done, but we were just able to do the 3-2-1 mage combat task. Another thing we can do while we're under this concussion protocol is knock out some of these combat tasks. So let's turn all this off here. Go pull up the corrupted Hunlift. There we go. And there's some of the things that we've done here. Corrupted Gauntlet Master, doing it 10 times. But yeah, that 3-2-1 mage, that's the new one where we did it without taking any damage off of prayer. So that is pretty good. There is like a perfect one. I don't know where it is. Ooh, without making potions, that would be rough. 50 times, less than 7 minutes. Yeah, let's see what we get here. Nothing good, dude. We need those armor pieces. All right, here we go. Now we got another one coming in. This one is doing it number 50. So 50 times. Can we get an armor piece at number 50? Nope. Sure can't, dude. What the heck? Combat achievement over at Baba here, so that's not too bad. Looking at the boulders. Easy enough. Okay, now one thing I wanted to do was kind of just run you guys through what invocations I'm going to do here. But bringing this in at a 150, we tried going a little bit higher. I should have recorded a lot of this, and I just missed a lot of it for you guys. But I think as much as I can do higher invocations, I think what I'll do is set this lower at 150 just so that his boosts aren't that bad. But things like 3 lives, deadly prayers where you lose a little bit of prayer on a diet because I'm just pack yakking all these daggum potions anyways. Larva don't bother me. Blowing mud's easy. You step out of the way. All the Zebek stuff is super easy. You literally just run to the other side of the room. That was super easy. The Stay Vigilant. He switches his stuff over at Akka. And everything I was listening to, everybody was saying, don't screw around with Akka. Dude, Akka's easy from what I could tell. And maybe it's just this new update. Got your monkey stuff. I could probably do the banana one. I just don't want to mess with it. And then Ancient Haste and Acceleration. They're not too crazy, I guess. Granted, I haven't beaten it at 150 yet, but I don't feel like those are going to be like the ones that kick my tail on this. You know what I'm saying? Well, we've done this a few times. We've had a couple failings at the 150. But the one thing I'm feeling good about is the monkey room. So I was doing this before on the easy mode on just what's the word? Your thralls. But now I've switched to blood spells. This has made this room way easier. But now something's going on, dude. Connection lost? Come on, bro. We're trying to freaking record how to do the monkey room over here. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. I will say, at least I start with the monkey room. Dude, we're gonna like spawn back in dead here in a second. If we even freaking spawn. Bro, what is this? All of a sudden, you get all these guys coming over from World of Warcraft, and now we have these kind of connection issues. This is absolutely wild. All right, let's try this again. It ended up logging us out, dude. Um, I looked it up. The daggum servers are getting DDoSed right now, pretty sure. But I I ran around out in the lobby for a little bit just to make sure that nothing was happening here. Ooh, we're still getting a little lag. That's okay. But yeah, dude, blood magic's where it's at. Hide behind that pillar, get that, and then that way you can start taking these guys out. Switch to range, then. Oh, that's not the guy I thought it was gonna be. Ooh, don't blow up. There you go. I thought he was the Venom guy. But yeah, dude, the monkey room is really nothing to be worried about. I think really where I'm getting the most annoyance from is going to be from the little rangers. But these Venom guys, you literally one-shot them. And then as long as you pay attention to the rangers, those are the guys that have really been kind of putting the moves on me. And then, of course, your volatiles. Oh, that sucks. Just jumped into Venom there, dude. Well, whatever. We'll overcome that. That's easy enough. But yeah, dude, do your monkey rooms. They're super easy. And then when you get low, you can blood magic heal up here. Thralls are great, but I don't think they make that much of a difference. I'd rather just have the extra HP. Well, yesterday after that last clip, we ended up not even finishing the monkey room because it was DDoSing. So somebody's definitely attacking Jagex here, but thought we'd come in here with my limited time today. I realized we were one step away from getting to our next diary, or combat achievement unlocked is the word. So that was without defense, went back to the crystalline Hunlip, and did that without making any armor. Now I'm going to just try to figure out how the heck to get it done quick enough. Before we end the episode this week, guys, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I honestly thought this was going to be a shorter episode after getting the concussion, but was able to get a little bit of time in, a little bit of video stuff in, and we had some stuff stocked up, so that kind of helped out a good bit. But yeah, man, TOA definitely did a lot more than you guys got to see here. We are learning. I want to do more, but I just cannot give an entire hour to doing one run. So that may be a once every other day kind of thing. I don't know. I still have the pounding headache every now and then. It's not as bad. Today was actually really kind of nice, but still having the issues with the concussion, so can't really focus on screens too long, and so that's why Gauntlet's easy, because I'm only in there for like 10 to 15 minutes. Doing a couple other little side projects. I probably should end up going back to Slayer, but now that Brian's got the Kraken unlocked, I might as well just let him get the Trident for us, and then I can mess with that stuff later. Kind of want to go in and learn Krill since I have a greater demon task. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we want to end up doing here that don't take as much time, but I think really what we probably should focus on is just finishing Corrupted Gauntlet and getting those. We're over the KC now for getting another shield seed, or is that right? Armor seed. And yes, I know we've been spooned, but those are all from normal gauntlets. Where, corrupted and normal are totally different, man. But we did go back in there and we managed to finish up that last task. So when we pull up our combat tasks here, we have rewards ready to collect from Lady Goanok, who is right over here. So let's go talk to Lady Goanok. Here to talk about combat achievements. I think I've completed a combat tier. Okay, how have you been getting on? Completed more tasks. I can see that. Nice job. You expecting your hard rewards? Yes, please. There you go. You've been provided with one of our sturdier ancient sword hilts. You'll also have an easier time obtaining hard clues, which is awesome. Have increased max quantities offered when giving boss slayer tasks. Love to see that. You also have to kill fewer God Wars minions, which is good because we were just talking about wanting to get towards Krill. And you get more common ecumenical keys, which is awesome because that's probably what we'll end up doing. Gain access to our most expensive private God Wars rooms. Hopefully we don't have to do that unless we just get crashed a ton. And then receive a 50% discount on review rewards from Nightmare Zone and Soul Wars. That's kind of freaking nice. I have nothing to imbue right now, but eventually we're going to go after the archers and the mages ring, so that's super nice there. And then gain 3 extra accommodation points. That pest control means nothing.
we're done with that grind. And then lastly, your dwarf multi-cannon can hold 15 extra cannonballs. Great, that does make a huge difference. But Antique Lamp does, and that is going to Herblore. 15k experience in Herblore. Which, I mean, now the problem is when we go to Tears of Gethics, it's going to either go to Hunter, or actually it's going to go to Prayer. I probably should start working on that Prayer grind because I'm getting that Herblore up. So, yeah. Let's go take a test with the Dunce. And then what I will do is I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you got to the end of the video, comment at what KC did you get your first purple in TOA.